Welcome to another unboxing and Shan's quick review. Have you guys ever wondered why my audio sounds so fantastic? Like right now, my audio sounds really, really good. I know it does. It's because I put a lot of time and thought into the equipment that I purchased to make sure it sounds the way I like. One of the best pieces of equipment that I have for my show is the Shure MV7. I also have the Shure SM7B, but I don't use that for my podcast. We use that for our recording studio. But for the podcast at my other studio that you guys are probably used to me with the flashing lights behind me and the TV playing the fish tank and all that, I use the Shure MV7, the same microphone that you see right here on the screen. Now, what you see right here, what you're listening to is a studio mic. This is a condenser mic. Condenser mics require phantom power. I use a mixing board, but the Shure MV7, including the SM7B, but we're talking about the Shure MV7. This mic here that I do recommend most of you, if not all of you, who's into podcasting to purchase, is a dynamic mic. So what's the difference between a dynamic mic and a condenser mic, you ask? I'm glad you asked. Well, dynamic mics are good for loud sounds, drums, banging sounds. When it's screaming, not screaming per se, but like with loud instruments or explosions, those are good for dynamic mics. That's what dynamic mics are great for. Some stage mics are like that. When people out there screaming, pastors love dynamic mics because they can be like, yeah! They can get up there and they can preach and they can yell into that mic. Dynamic mics are good for driving loud sounds. Whereas condenser mics, like this one here, is good for softer sounds, more delicate sounds, more precise sounds. You'll notice that a lot of the more expensive studio mics, albums are recorded using condenser mics. Some of the better podcasts use really, really, really expensive, I'm talking $1,000 mics. Those are generally condenser mics because it has a certain tinge, it picks up a certain sound level. People aren't yelling and screaming into the mic. There's no drums going off or hard guitars being played. It's good for audio vocals, condenser mics. But let me tell you something. That Shure MV7 and the SM7B, the SM7B being roughly around $500 US, and this Shure being half that price. Both dynamic mics are fantastic, and I would go so far as to say industry standard for all podcasts. So then, why did I use the Shure SM7B or the Shure MV7? Why didn't I use my SM7B instead of the MV7? I'll tell you why. This mic is a hybrid. It's a USB mic and an XLR mic. I have two of these MV7s. And let me tell you, when you listen to my audio, when I record at my other studio, I'm not using the XLR side. I'm using the USB connection. You'll be hard pressed to hear the difference in audio quality between USB and the XLR. And some would argue that the USB sounds better. It's certainly hotter, meaning you don't have to turn the volume up on the USB side, whereas if you use the XLR side of this mic, you will. This microphone makes you sound great by way of the software that comes with the microphone. Once you purchase the mic, I want you to run over to the Shure website and download the plugin for your computer. It works on PC and Mac. And then that's where you can dial in the mic. It asks you, is the mic close to your mouth? Is it far away? It has a high pass filter. It brightens the vocals. It kills like background noise. Say for instance, you have a fan running, or you have a a low hum or something, or maybe the refrigerator is next to you. That microphone will cut that out and only focus in on your voice, all with the built-in software. You got to use the software. A lot of people get this microphone, plug it in and go. You want to dial in the software. Okay, this video is not for that, but I want you to make sure that you find other videos that do talk about dialing in the software for the MV7. This microphone is amazing. It's an amazing dynamic microphone that will make you sound fantastic. You know, a lot of people want to get into content creation, but do you want to invest? They want the money. They talk about, I want to get monetized. I want all this stuff, but then they don't put any investment into their visuals, and they do not care about their audio. Let me tell you something. More important than the visual of your podcast, especially on YouTube, is your audio. You have to have fantastic audio. And that's why I suggest almost everybody go ahead and grab this versatile Shure MV7 microphone, because you may not have a mixing board where you can plug it in through XLR. You may not want to go with a heavy, thick XLR cable and run all of that. You may just want to simply run a USB-C cable, a little cheap $5 USB cable, or the one that it comes with, and plug it directly into your laptop, and you're done. That's it, nothing else. And you will be sounding fantastic if you dial it in. You don't have to do anything else, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, let me show you the unboxing of one of the ones that I picked up. Let's talk about it. I picked up the second time around, I picked up the MV7 podcast kit because it was on sale at Amazon. I put the link in the description of this video. So click that link. It'll take you straight over to Amazon and show you exactly what I'm showing you right now. You can select to have the mic just itself, or you can select to get the podcast kit. The podcast kit comes with this little table stand, in which I repurposed for something else that I'm using it for. I have my actual MV7 on a boom mic, but this is the kit that it comes with. And once you open it up, you'll notice that this mic is kind of hefty and heavy, but we'll get into that just in a second. So here's the box that it comes with, sent to me directly from Amazon in one day. I ordered on a Tuesday. It was at my house on Wednesday. I believe I'm pulling out the tripod that I repurposed somewhere else. So here's the tripod that it comes with. It's a small table stand tripod that you can pretty much use for a lot of different things. It has your standard microphone threads on it, professional microphone thread, which is much bigger than the 1/4-3/8 that is on a tripod for a camera. You'll see how much thicker it is, but this is the microphone that I have. It has a built-in ball head adjustable. So if you push that red button, you'll notice there's a red button on there. When you push it in, you can now adjust the head so you can move the mic or whatever you're using it for in whatever direction that you want. I think I get it. I think I eventually get it. Let me see. Push it. There we go. It was loose because I just pulled it out the box. So you push it in, and then once you let go, it locks, and it locks into place. So if you want to angle it at 45 degrees or back away from you, or however you want to angle it, it's adjustable in that sense. So I needed this little piece, and because it was all on sale, cheaper than the microphone by itself, it made no sense for me not to get this kit, because the microphone itself was more. So I got the mic plus this table stand for a little bit less than just getting the microphone by itself during the promo that they were doing at the time. And then also in the box, in which you'll get as well, is the microphone itself. Let's move that box out of the way, and then let's open up the mic. Here is the brand new Shure MV7. Comes with information cards. This one here is your quick start card. This is your quick start guide. Now remember, this microphone is powered through the bus. So if you use it through USB connection, which I suggest most of you do, the lights on the top of the microphone light up. You can see all of your levels. You can mute the mic by tapping the mic quickly. It's really cool. Those controls are not available if you use the XLR connector, but that's the thing about it. This microphone is a hybrid. You can use either connector. So maybe you start off using a USB, and then one day you step up because you want to get a mixing board. and you want to plug it up through XLR, it's available for you to do that as well. Here's some more information cards that the microphone itself came with. And then I think this was like a foreign card. I think it was written in like a foreign language. But just more information from Shure, a tried and true company that's been making microphones for 40, I don't know how long, but at least 40 years. Because the SM7B was released in 1970 something. I forget what year that the SM7B that so many people love was released in the 70s. That microphone, Michael Jackson recorded Thriller on the Shure SM7B. He recorded the album Thriller using the Shure SM7B. Michael Jackson. And in here, I took out the cable. There was some cables that it came with. I had took the cable out. I kind of like packaged this back up for this video. But it comes with the USB cable that you'll need. And of course, you can always use an adapter. The thing about this, the MV7, and I don't know why Shure did this. They put a micro USB connector on the back of that mic. They didn't put the newest USB-C connector. Shure, why did you do that? Why did you give us the microphone with a micro USB connector on there, one-way connector, as opposed to the flippable, reversible USB, more versatile, more strong, and the newest USB-C connector? I'm not sure why Shure did that. Hopefully on the Mark II or the next version they'll come out with, if they do, because the microphone is so amazing, I can't see it being upgraded much further. And they update the firmware on the microphone frequently. I always get firmware updates on my mics whenever I plug it in through USB. And the software, remember the plugin I talked about? It'll tell you, hey, we got a new firmware. Update the mic right now. You update the mic and you're done. So here's the mic. It's kind of hefty, but it's solidly built with a metal body. I don't know what the hell I was thinking when I did that. Let's put it on this mic stand. And boom. What am I doing? Okay, I know I'm gonna speed up this stuff in the future. All right, so here we got the mic on the stand, nice and clean and black. This mic also comes from the factory in silver. If you want it in the silver gray version, you certainly can get it that way. And you can also get this mic where it's only XLR and no USB and XLR. The XLR only version of this mic is about $70 cheaper. It sticks like about 180 bucks. I don't recommend that you purchase that. I recommend you go ahead and spend the money to get the mic with both versions on it, the USB and the XLR. It comes with the windscreen. It's kind of a cheapy windscreen, I guess. I mean, it does the job, but when you pull it off and you feel it, it feels like a really cheap, flimsy windscreen. And then there's your connectors. Now, the microphone has the XLR connector. It has the USB. I'm saying, like, why did they give us a micro USB? And then it also has a headphone jack in the back, so you can monitor your monitor your audio directly from the microphone. It's a fantastic, versatile microphone. And then you'll see the indicators on top, and then that lets you see what your VU levels are. And then it has buttons on the top also. Your adjusters, so you can tighten or loosen the mic to make it adjustable vertically. And that's pretty much it. This mic is the mic you want, ladies and gentlemen. I get it. Don't listen. I understand. There are $30 mics out there. There's $19.99 microphones out there. I have them. Trust me. I have a ton of mics in the back. Cheap stuff. I got stuff that looks good. It's blue and gold. white and gold. I got the good looking, pretty stuff, and they all sound like shit. You want a microphone that's going to make you sound fantastic. You want something that's going to give you fantastic audio like you're hearing right now. Grab the Shure MV7 podcast mic. You will be one happy camper, trust me. Click the link, it'll take you straight over to Amazon. This is everything that you get. And once you plug that in, you already take your podcast to the next level. And that's where you want to be, right? Make sure that your audience can hear you nice and clear. It's super important that everybody understands the words that are coming out your mouth without a whole bunch of background noise and the computer fan blowing off fast. You don't want to have to deal with all of that. All right? See you guys later on the next one.